Welcome back to my channel. Well, I think tonight Freedom is going to speak. Um, just been chilling since work, enjoying the atmosphere, just getting into the zone. So I think I'll let Freedom speak. Hello, hello. Tonight I was going to start with reading you a poem and then we will discuss how you make the stars dim around me. Your smile brightens reality. In reaching towards angels, I found you. Your very heart drew me forward, future bound. Inner silence can create the loudest sound. The heavens shake around, reordering itself at your will, more active when still. Stillness moves thee, it moves thee, my most inner and highest me. And this is something that she wrote, or she would say we wrote through her or together, just maybe last week, something like that, not too long ago. She's been wanting to create more poetry and just take whatever creative urges she has and fulfill them. And she has been doing so. Most of her creative urges lately have come through channeling, whether it's channeling a poem or channeling a message. Okay, stillness. We were going to talk about stillness. The idea of stillness isn't that you're not, in this particular instance, that your body's not moving. The idea of stillness is the inner peace, the inner stillness of the mind. The inner stillness of the mind in conjunction with the heart. And the heart, when stillness is found here, the heart's will works. But it works in stillness. It works in stillness. You've got to still that constant need to have an inner dialogue. I know it was the strangest thing for Angie Bug when she actually started experiencing regular intervals of not having an inner dialogue. She had shut up the negative thoughts, which left her some silent spaces. She can fill them with positive thoughts or just feelings or creativity or us, and we can speak. And we are glad that she can find that stillness so that we can speak through her, speak to her. And she enjoys it, and we're glad that she does, or she wouldn't do it. It was just getting her to do it for you guys that was the biggest hurdle. And now that we have her doing it, she's fulfilling her inner desires and fulfilling those angelic desires, those angelic callings, is keeping a smile on her face. And they were noticing, one of her coworkers was noticing that tonight, in conjunction with the fact that she has a new manager who also does her job. And make no bones about it, she pulled that to her. She just wanted a manager who was willing to do the job she needed to do to set the crew up to succeed. And this manager is doing a good job with that. She's not going to be there long. It's not what she's destined to do for life. But having it an easier thing for her to do is actually in benefit to us, because she can come home from work instead of being exhausted. She can channel us or dance or do whatever she needs to do. Hello, kitty cat. So, let's see, what else? We were talking about brightening the reality. When she's talking about the stars dimming around her, she's talking about when she goes and focuses inwards, and then she sees that light, that bright light of self shining. It brightens her reality. And she believes that in reaching towards us and actually believing in us, that she was able to believe in herself. If someone had, told her she could connect with her divine being, she would have said in concept, yes. But in practice, she wouldn't understood what they meant. But having the angelic connection to us made her understand how brightly we shone for her. She's supposed to shine for herself. And in therein, she found unconditional self-love. We were constantly reminding her to do things to pamper herself. Whatever it is she feels like pampering is pampering to her. Lately, putting on makeup has started to feel pampering to her. Her exercises continue to feel pampering to her. And cleaning her house the other day felt like she was pampering herself. So her perspective on the idea that she needed to be taking care of herself and making herself feel special to herself, so that she could in turn bring that specialness, that light, out for the world to see. Your very heart drew. Well, that in her heart temple resides her angel, and her angel is her heart. It is the very essence of the whole of it's the very essence of the whole of everything she's created inside herself, her temple and the college, and or the connection to it, and the connection to Phineas's caves and Hazel's garden, and and inviting us to create with her and make this place a special place. And it started out in concept to be a special place for her past lives to exist in peace. That's where Hazel's garden came into it. And when she found out about the Heart Temple, it became a place to commune with the angels. It is the way she wanted it, and it is what happened. So she's talking about the angel at the heart of her is what drew her forward to her future. And the inner silence was loud. It was loud. And it recreated and ordered the inside of her at her will, and that will reflect on the outside of her. It's already begun doing so. It will reflect around the atmosphere that she draws to herself. It has already started doing so. More active when still, stillness moves thee, it moves thee, my most inner and highest me. So try to find that stillness. You can't overthink life. You have to live it. You have to live it. You can't overthink life. And if you're too busy overthinking it, that you're never going to really be able to collapse, time and be in the now, which is where all the magic happens. So try to find that inner stillness so that your angel, your divine being that you are, that breath of life, can work through you. It's in that stillness that it moves, because stillness moves it. And we're not talking about body stillness. when you're finding an inner peace and silence here, usually when a person is enjoying themselves, they're not over talking themselves here. They're busy feeling the joy of doing whatever it is that is making them feel joy. If that's, oh, sometimes Angela will go, and if she and Cecil are out on a walk, and sometimes she'll go over to I think it's a Presbyterian church over here, and she'll sit down on the swings and swing. She's always loved to swing, so she'll swing. Sometimes she'll swing high, sometimes she'll just kind of sway back and forth. But she really has always loved swinging. She has memories of some of her joy places where, when they lived with her grandparents or went to visit them in Aragon, there was this park. It wasn't a big one, it was a small one, but there were some swings there, and she would go there swinging and singing to the top of her lungs. Right now, the memory is a John Bon Jovi song. And she's singing it to the top of her lungs while she's basically flying through the air, swinging as high as she can swing. So find that place you feel that makes you feel like you're soaring. Whatever it is, it could be catching fish, it could be just walking or hiking, it could be doing, it could even be playing videos, to be honest. Because Angela meditates very well when she plays video games. It could be listening to music, it could be dancing, it could be a numerous amount of things. But anything that makes you feel like you're soaring, you know, that it opens that feeling inside that life is bigger than what you can see, that there's more to it, it's then more depth to it than what you can see with the human eye. You want to feel that mystery around you. You want to feel that connection with the veil, is what they would use in the Druid terms when they were doing the Halloween ritual. The one where the spirits are closer and the veil is thinning. And so, right now, when you're in your 5D, the veil doesn't have to exist. You can connect to the other realm pretty easily. And whatever visions you see, whatever things that occur in this state have a depth of reality. And while you're doing these kind of things and you feel the visions and you feel the depth of life, you are co-creating the reality you want. So when you're in these moments, remember, write yourself a good story. Write yourself with riches beyond compare. Write yourself as whole. Write yourself as happy. Write yourself as loving life. It's not that hard. Your angel has written it that way. All you have to do is remind yourself of that. Remind yourself of that. That we're here to play. We're here to play, and we will keep telling you that. We're here to play. That this being bound by fear, anguish, pain, that's not necessary. If it ever was, which we're not certain it ever really was, but if it ever was, it's not necessary anymore. So let go of the need to fear things. It's not going to help you discover what it is that you fear, which ultimately is death. Now, Angela Schemata, she's like, well, I don't really consider, there being nothing. And That's okay. I mean, what's it going to hurt me when I'm not around to feel? It's not going to make a difference. But she's like, but for the most part, would we be that lucky? Because she feels like it's our duty to reinvent this thing that we've called life. Because we want enjoyment, we want love, we want to do it in a communal and in a way of unity. Each human being. The separation doesn't really exist. The separation doesn't really exist. All of these beautiful varieties of human beings house angelic light. And we love the rainbow. So there's a variety of looks for human beings to have. Why, it would be very boring for everyone to look exactly the same. We're not into that. We're into individuality. So we wanted you to take up your authenticity. Love yourself. Enjoy your life. We can work. We can work with that very, very well. It's where we dwell. It's how we work. We play. We play. You want to know what it's like for us? We play. So you should too. You should too. With the angel in you. And we'll come out. Our emissaries will find who they're supposed to find, and you will find whichever emissaries you're supposed to find, and all the plans that we have made can come into fruition. Because we made them with fun in mind. We made them with love in mind. We made them with healing in mind, and we made them with joy in mind. So, that's all I have for you. So I will step back and I will let Angie back. This was very interesting and fun. Thank you guys for listening. Well, I will talk to you next time. I'm here. Goodbye. Well, it really is the case. I've been having loads more fun. That is not to say that I wasn't actually trying to do that from the very, well, at least from the time that I married my husband, because I thought that our life was supposed to be that way. And we created what we created together because we already, had similar ideas of what we wanted our marriage to be. And we kept the same idea. We always talked about where we were going. We can talk for hours still, and we've been together forever. You know, hours, 4 or 5 hours straight, touching on this topic, that topic, and another topic. That's just because we're best friends and we love and like each other. The like is just as important because that will keep you sort of on a similar vibe. And it's easier to create what you want in a marriage and in a relationship if you like each other as well as love each other. That's just my opinion, humble opinion about it. And it's been working for Cecil and I. So I'm not going to change what's working very well. We add things in, like, things that pop up, like me talking to the angels and stuff. But we learn, we grow, and he's been willing to wholeheartedly accept me for who I am. When a new aspect, like speaking to the angels, it comes into play, he will research on stuff. He was like, is there any more people who speak to angels? So he ran across Esther Hicks, and he picked her in particular because we really liked Wayne Dyer, and Wayne Dyer had done a thing with her, And so, and much of what the essence of what the angels were saying through her, they've been saying to me, but in a way and in concepts that I understood. Um, I easily, took on vortex. It's all just kind of concepts, words that what we want you, what the angels want, and what we want you to understand is it's all about feeling. Feel like you're abundant. I know that if you're looking at your bank account and it's not the way you want it to be or what you feel like you need it to be, it's hard to do. But the angels will pop right back in. Freedom. Well, Angela has been doing a good job of picturing more in her account. Not going out and spending that more, but picturing more in her account and using the idea of flow. I'm in my flow, I'm in my flow, I'm in my flow. And she's found that it's been there. It's just been there. Maybe not as prompt as she would like, but it's been there. And as she is getting better and better at it, it will be more and more prompt, and there'll be more and more in there. Sorry, this is the way I work at home. The angels will just speak through me randomly, like, because I always talked to myself. And so that's the way they've been doing with me. And so it was very, very easy for Freedom to slip back in and say uh, what he wanted to say to you guys, because it's just the way I work. I remember when I was going through the remembrances a lot, and the angels were slipping in and out all the time, and I didn't work when I was first going through a lot of the remembrances. I was still at, working from home, so I remember that they would like slip in and out, and we would talk all the time. Like, I would have probably seemed crazy to a lot of people, but one night I was sleeping, and I'd been sleeping, and I kind of coughed, and I remember turning over and Cecil saying something, and Malkuth said through me, he's like, "Oh, we're just turning her over so she won't cough." And then I came to a little bit better. Sorry, baby. He's like, "Oh, it's okay," because sometimes they would slip out, and so I would be using she and all of these things, and it was unusual. But Cecil kind of got used to it. But it kind of, because of work and not trying to figure out how to keep that flow going, I had been less inclined to just slip and let them slip in, and until recently, when I realized that I needed to channel, and that I had been avoiding it, and that it was a joy and I missed it. So I needed to realize that that was something that I needed to share, because they wanted me to share it, and because I could. Because I could. It's something that is proper to me. It's weird, it's funny, it's quirky, and so are the angels. And I absolutely adore doing this in my connection. It was something that even when I was going through, like, the worst of my catastrophic feeling, I didn't want to stop talking to the angels. Even if, like, a thought and a thought pattern would make me feel like I'm trying to imprison them, or any bizarre number of things that could have been brought up by old patterns. And yes, some of the most bizarre thoughts can be. Uh, they help me stay centered on the fact that I'm here to live my life and love myself, and love allow love to flow through me. And the more and the better that I love myself, the more unconditional that love is, the better love can channel through me and do the job that it was intending to do as the spark of me. It had a reason. It had a reason. And I don't need to know them all. I know quite a few of them, but I don't need to know them all. What I need to do is live my life. And the angels' work will get done. So it's very bizarre because they will just pop in and be speaking through me, and all of a sudden I'm talking in third person and I'm hearing it because I'm so comfortable with them that I trust them, so they, they're not going to say anything that's not true to me or anything that I don't feel. We've been working together for like 5 years. I built up a big trust of them before I trusted my ability. It wasn't, and trusted other people. Like, imagine the worst and you might bring the worst, but ignore the worst and you just be your authentic self. That's all you can be. That's all you can be, is your authentic self. If you're not being your authentic self, you're missing out on a good portion of your life. And we don't want you to. None of us do. Not me, not the rest of the angels. Nobody wants you to miss out on who you're supposed to be. Grasp it with both hands. It makes the world a more beautiful place. I will see you guys next time. Love you guys. Bye.